everybody. So yeah, I got live a few minutes early so we'd have time for Facebook to alert you and everything. We'll be starting on the mat in just a minute. This is gonna be a classic Pilates flow. Hi Andrea, so nice of you to pop in this morning. This is my most classic flow I'm gonna do. It's gonna be pretty much like we're gonna go through Mr. Pilates exercises the way in the order he'd like to do them. We're not going to do every single one. We don't have time. Be options for modifications, but if anything doesn't feel good, just kind of modify or skip it. Oh, it's 8:02. Good. Giving everybody a time to get on. I'm going to start my stopwatch so I don't lose track of time. Otherwise, we might be doing Pilates all day long. And hopefully you all can still hear me when I talk over there. I'll try to talk louder. And here we go. So, hello from over here. Now I can't see anybody else that joins live, but I will go back and check the comments. So we'll just start with a tiny warm-up before we jump into the hundreds. So crisscross legs if that works for you. Soles of the feet together. You can even have your legs here if you don't want to have them folded as far. Take a moment. Let's take one of those yoga belly breaths. So we take our hands to the belly and we'll take a breath in, inflating the belly. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Pull the belly button in. Oh, let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, pull the belly in. Now we're gonna leave that belly button in and inhale through the ribs. Nice and wide. I'm exaggerating with my hands so you can see that motion. Tummy stays tight. One more time. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Continue that wonderful Pilates breathing. Sweep the arms up and down. Take your head with you if you like. This is just a quickie warm up today, so we're gonna go right into a twist. To the right, fingertips come down. Inhale up. Twist to the left. Inhale up. Each side one more time. Coming back into the center, real quick side bend stretch. So left arm over, bending to the right. We did a little bit longer series like this yesterday, so if you like this movement and you missed yesterday's class, go back to yesterday. We're gonna go right into the fold forward. Top arm comes down, so we're rotated over this right knee. If you're less flexible, be taller up in your spine. More flexible, you can walk those hands out and really enjoy the stretch. And then we'll walk the hands towards the center into a center fold. Walking the hands in, we're going to take the palms right behind your hips. Lift the chest bone to the ceiling. Recover. Now, if you're crisscross, if you're not crisscross, just keep your legs where they are. Crisscross your legs the other way. Side note, if you were doing this with your legs here, when we go forward, you're still going forward, you're just hanging over the legs. Anyway, okay, other way. I think this is my other way. Opposite leg, the weird one, weird feeling one in front. We'll go the other direction, right arm up. Try to keep both sit bones. Make sure this one doesn't stretch off the mat. Top arm down, rotate over that knee. And then walk it forward into that forward stretch for the lower back and hips. See, by flip-flopping those legs, we've got an even hip stretch. Walk the hands in. We'll take the hands behind, a little stretch up for the upper back. Release, and if you had your knees bent that whole time, shake them out. Okay, we're gonna go long ways on our mats now. And I'll be facing the camera so I can project a little more because I know I don't have a microphone yet. Obviously, if you don't need to look at the screen, you can keep your head forward for any of the things that we are lengthwise on. So, starting with the hundreds, we get to roll down. Woohoo! Woo. Sorry, there's a lot of bugs on my patio today. Whack! Now the hundreds, if you're familiar with them, you're going to keep a neutral back. If you're newer at Pilates and you don't know what the heck this is, flatten your spine into the mat. Or if you're even just, haven't done Pilates in a long time, you might want to take the flat back. Options for feet on the floor, tabletop, stretched, or if you want to be super classic, take your heels together, toes apart in that little Pilates V, and take your legs on a small diagonal, okay? I'll show that position today. Arms overhead, we're gonna breathe in, exhale, roll up the head, chest and shoulders, that little quarter roll up position. Nice strong arm movement, breathing in through the nose and out. Like little breath, in, out. Keep going. We do 100 of these, hence the name, in, out. Now if your neck gets tired, just drop it down. Keep the arms going, keep the breath going. This is the first exercise because it warms up the core so well. And if you pick a leg position you don't like, you can always backtrack to a different one. One more set. And then wherever you are, we'll pull the knees in, drop the head down, shake out the head, neck, and shoulders. We never want to carry any excess tension from one exercise into the next, which is why I really like to release in between. Rolling up, okay. I'll show easier modifications first. We'll do about 4 or 5. So again, if it's been a while or you don't know what the roll up is, arms overhead, inhale. We'll start with bent knees, exhale, fingertips reach the sky, and then we start to peel up the body. When you hit that point where you're like, I'm stuck, grab behind one leg or both legs to roll you up. Now, for classic class, we're gonna keep ourselves in a nice C curve. Pull your tummy in, really reach over the legs here. I'm modifying with the knees bent for this version. And then we're gonna keep that C curve, roll back down. There's a couple different versions of rolling like a ball. Roll up. That's the most classic. Let's go again. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna keep both knees bent. I'm gonna reach behind the legs. That's another modification. Scoop the belly in as we curl over the legs. Keep that C curve as best you can. Tuck the tailbone under, scoop your belly in. Now the stronger you get, the more towards straight legs you'll be able to do. Inhale, exhale. Dig deep. Stretch over. Keep breathing. So now I'm inhaling again, exhaling, keeping my arms somewhere near my ears. They're not way back here, right? One more time. Inhale. Remember, totally fine to be over here with bent knees. Keeping the knees bent as you stretch over if you need to. This time we're going to roll up to sit up and shake it out. Okay. Now we're actually going to go all the way back down for the single leg circle. All right. We'll start with a modification with the opposite leg staying bent. That's the left knee. Right leg is going to stay up. On this one, keep that pelvis anchored into the ground like it's just a block of cement. It's not going to go anywhere. Taking a breath in. We're going to take this right leg across our body, down, around, and up in a circle 4 times. Inhale, exhale. Let's see, I'm keeping my hands on top of my hip bones for this, just to kind of monitor that my pelvis is staying still rather than rocking around wildly like that, right? Then we go the opposite direction 4 times. Circle around. Inhale, exhale. And I forgot to show the full version with the opposite leg down. Okay, for the other side, if you don't need the extra, bending the knee with a little extra support to keep this pelvis stabilized. If you're stronger, you don't need that. Opposite leg can stay straight. Inhale, exhale. Ooh. Arms down. I'm going to hit my wall here. Wow. So about 4 each way. And circle the other direction. Hopefully the lawnmower sound isn't as loud for you as it is for me. And shake those legs out. Okay. Now we get to give ourselves a roll up to get to a seated position. Inhale, exhale. All right. Now this is rolling like a ball. This is very hard on tailbones. So if you have a sensitive tailbone and you know it, you're going to want to maybe fold up your mat a little bit. Or you can completely skip the rolling part. So let me show that before I roll like a ball. Just rolling onto the tailbone and holding a balance with your toes off the ground, tiny curve in your lower back, just staying here, maybe adding a little leg kick. That's a great modification if you don't want to roll all the way back on your back. So, you want to try rolling like a ball. If it's okay for your tailbone, you're going to come to that balance point as tall back as you can, but a little scoop under in the lower abs. Hands, I like to do hands on the thighs so we're not pulling in on your knees. Although technically, classic Pilates, you're going to have the hands out on the shins. We're going to exhale, roll back to the shoulder blades, roll up and balance. And try that 4 more times. Exhale, and roll up, and exhale. Roll up, woo, roll. So you try not to knock the head at the back or the toes at the front. One more time. And done. Okay, shake that out. Everything about classic Pilates is do smaller repetitions, but do them precise and excellent, and then move on to the next thing instead of doing 100 reps of whatever, except for the hundreds, which we do 100 of. Rolling down, single leg bent exercise. So you'll recognize this one. I usually get the next couple exercises into my blended flow classes because they're so great for the core. So option, neutral spine or flat back if you're not sure where your neutral spine is. We're going to start the knees into the chest. I'm going to pull them in a little bit more because classically that's how Mr. Pilates showed it. It's all the way into the chest. Inhale, exhale, bring up the head, chest and shoulders, that little roll up. Fingertips to your right shin. You're going to stretch the left leg. If you're a beginner, we're going to stretch the leg up higher. Okay, that's going to be a little bit easier. If you're like, wow, that's too easy, I don't feel anything, lower the legs towards that opposite wall. Eventually you would get down real low, a couple inches from the mat, but not hitting the floor. And on this, I'm just breathing in on one, out for the other. Single leg bent, or single leg stretch bent. It has a really long name. And then we'll pull the knees in, lower down, shake out anything in the neck and shoulders. Same idea, but single leg straight. Stretch. Exhale the hands, shoulders up. Grabbing behind the right thigh, the other leg is going to go down. Again, little bit is going to be the easier level. The longer you stretch, the harder. And we're moving with smooth movements here. Inhale, exhale. Breathe through. Inhale. Again, make sure you're not grabbing behind your knee. You're either on the thigh or you can reach for the calf if you want more stretch. And hug the knees in, lower down, shake it out. All right. Double leg versions of both of those. So just remember, anytime if the head is up, you get really stressed out here, just drop it down and then rejoin with the head up later. We'll do 4 of the double leg bent exercise. So exhale, curl the head and shoulders up. Everything's in, and if you haven't done this before, you might need to watch. Hold on, I'm going to scoop. So I'm in the middle of the frame. Inhale, arms by the ears, legs on a diagonal, tummy's in, nice and flat back, scoop around and in. Your back's going to flatten naturally from the neutral spine in this. Inhale, reach, arms swing around and in. Go ahead and join me if you haven't. Inhale, reach, in. We're going to actually do 2 more. Lower legs, harder on the abs, higher legs, easier on the abs. And lower down, shake it out. And now we have the same thing with straight legs. So both legs up. You don't have to be super straight. You can have a little relax in the knee. On this one, definitely you're going to keep your lower back flat into the mat. We don't want, let's see if I can show you, we don't want the spine to arch off the mat and back down. So, a couple of options here. Fingertips behind the head. Exhale, head and shoulders up, elbows wide. You're going to inhale, legs go long. Exhale, come up. You can stay there. You can reach your arms with you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. If you have a trouble keeping your back flat, keep your thumbs under your tailbone. Inhale, reach. That's going to help push the pelvis back into the mat. I'll do 1 more here. Inhale. Exhale, and that's it. Down, shake it out. Now I gotta roll up to sit up for the spine stretch forward. Exhale. Sorry. I'm just laughing at the yard noise. Okay. Spine stretch forward. Your legs are gonna be about sit bone distance, maybe a tiny bit wider apart on your mat. Straight legs, if you can have straight legs and a tall back, great. If straight legs causes you not to be able to sit up tall, bend the knees so we get the length in the spine, because that's more important. Since this is the classic flow, we'll take the arms to classic position out from the shoulders. And exhale, you're starting with that scoop in of the belly. And then you're rounding that spine over the legs a little bit, reaching, but not at the cost of flattening your back. You still have that curve. And then you're rolling back up. Make sure the shoulders slide down at the top. We get through that 3 more times. Exhale. Someone punches you in the belly. Roll over. Inhale to come up. Or just keep breathing. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Whenever your breath runs out, you can inhale. And then take that exhale to bring you up. Oh, let's do one more. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, if you have a sensitive tailbone, we are going to go back into a rocking exercise, the open leg rocker. So the modification again would be either to fold your mat, have a little towel on there, a little pad. If that's not possible, but you can balance on your tailbone without rocking, then you're going to balance. This time our knees are going to be about shoulder width apart. So we're about here, right? Again, holding under the thighs. But this time we're working towards a stretch position where we would be here. But we'll just go right here for now. So hold this balance. If you would like to rock, open leg rocker, exhale, you scoop the belly in to begin rolling back on that tailbone to the shoulder blades. And we roll up, try to balance. The legs open is a little trickier. And of course, the more stretched your legs are, the trickier it is. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. And like I said, eventually that goes to here. All right. But we'll just do a few modifications today. Shake out the legs. I have my cheat sheet up because I haven't done the classic order in a while, so don't forget. Oh, the corkscrew, yes. All right, rolling back down to your mat. Another one, this is another one where we're gonna anchor the lower back flat, keep the tailbone as your anchor into the mat. Legs are gonna be up, parallel together. Hands by your side. We're gonna just do a modification for today. We're gonna take both legs. I'm going to the right. They're gonna circle down, around, away from me. Make a nice big circle into the middle. When they get to the center, you reverse your circle right away. Circle around and in. Now notice my tailbone is staying down. My lower back is trying to stay pressed into the mat. Inhale, exhale, around. One more each way. I forgot the roll. Right. And eventually that goes into an exercise where you do lift the tailbone up and then roll it back down. But like I said, this is just our modified classic set today. So rolling back up. In fact, I just realized I forgot to go in. Actually, I lied. Let's go back down. Let's do my roll over prep. I wasn't going to do the full roll over, because that's another one that's pretty intense on your lower back and abs, but I do want to do the preparation for that. So the rollover looks like this. You exhale, press your tailbone up with your legs together. We open the legs shoulder distance apart overhead and roll down. Bring the legs together. If you're familiar with Pilates and you already know how to do that, go ahead and do 4 or 5 of those. If that's like, what? Then just press, relax your knees, press your lower back into the mat, and you're just going to try to lift your tailbone a little bit, but roll down with control. So not throw your hips up, drop them down, which is doing nothing for my abs, okay? But rather press, even if it's just a teensy bit, roll down with control against gravity. Exhale, press your hips up, roll down with control. I'll show you 2 more of those preps. Again, if you're doing the full rollover, awesome. That'll take a little bit longer than the preps. Whew. I think the yard man is moving on. Okay, so again, that's a great way to strengthen your lower abs so you can get the strength to go up and over the head and all the way down. All right, now we will roll up to sit again. Ugh. And I have a hard time with that full roll up still. Okay, where are we at now? The saw. Okay. Y'all can stay on your mat. Open your legs about the width of your mat. I'm gonna face this way just so you can see it a little bit easier. Ooh, I have crazy ponytail here today. Again, straight legs if you can sit tall. If you can't sit tall with straight legs, bend your knees a little bit. We're gonna take, oh, there's a fly on my camera. Sorry about that. Hold on. Get away from the camera, fly. Okay. The challenges of videoing outdoors live. All right, we're gonna rotate. Tall, tall, tall through the spine to the right. We're gonna exhale, feel that scoop in the belly. Reach towards your pinky toe. Opposite arm is energized towards the back. Roll back up tall. Unwind, other side. Inhale, twist. Exhale, scoop and reach. Roll it up. This is called a saw. We always said because you're sawing off your pinky toe. Oh, saw it off. Now, if you're less flexible, totally fine if you're nowhere near your pinky toe. If you're like this, that's fine. You start where you are and you build up slowly and consistently in your Pilates practice, and you'll have increased strength, increased flexibility. All right, back to the center. Shake it out. Gotta check my timer. Oh, we're at 20 minutes already. Well, we're gonna go longer. So, if you were like, I only have 20 minutes, you'll have to sign off and come back later. But I'm gonna keep going through a few more exercises. Let's go on our tummy for the swan. So, if you've had my class before, you've already heard my whole thing about holding your belly up, which lengthens your lower back and protects those muscles. I'm not gonna go into that today besides that much. Hands about a little bit in front of your shoulders, and your legs are gonna be separated a little bit like your hip distance apart. We're gonna inhale, lift up in this chest and shoulders. Now I'm not pushing into like a full cobra. It's similar to a baby cobra in yoga. Inhale. As I exhale, I'm rolling down through the upper back, and I'm gonna lift my legs just a little bit from the mat when the head goes down. When the legs go down, I'm gonna push up in the upper back. This is a modified swan. This is what you would practice nice and slowly. If you get more flexible, more strength, you can push a little higher. If lifting one part or the other is too much, just do only the upper back or the lower back. And then eventually this goes to a little release and catch. Release and catch. If you're doing that one more time, if you didn't want to release, totally fine. That's a lot more on the body. And if you have bony pelvis, that might not be comfortable too. So quick, I'm gonna throw a little child's pose in. That's not part of the routine, but hey, it is for me. And then, we'll go right back onto our tummy for the single leg kick and the double leg kick, which I did do in one of my other flows. Elbows under your shoulders. Again, make sure tummy's not hanging out. We're pulling the belly in, protecting that lower back. Energize both kneecaps. Pull your thigh muscles nice and tight. Feel the difference between relaxed leg and stretched leg. The fly's near my camera again, sorry. Okay, we're gonna do a little kick on one leg, stretch it down, kick on the other side, and stretch. We'll just do 4 on each leg. Energy through the upper back so we don't get slouchy. One more set, kick. Oh, are we breathing? Inhale, exhale. Double leg version of that. Lower down, turn your head to one side. Hands clasped at the lower back. Both legs are gonna lift at the same time. 1, 2, 3 kicks. As you stretch, make sure to reach those thighs off the mat if you can. Reach your upper body up and back. Turn other way. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift. And kick. Inhale, lift. That's all we'll do for there. lower down, shake it out a little bit. Push it back again. Give yourself a little stretch in child's pose. Roll it up. We get to flip back onto our bottom for the spine twist. Legs together. So y'all can be on your mats. Again, I'll face this way for this one. I think I did this one yesterday. One of the flows. Legs together, feet up towards the sky. This is the one where you don't want to see your feet moving back and forth like this. We want the legs solid, pelvis solid, move from your waistline. Classic position, arms are extended. Inhale, double twist, exhale, to the right. Inhale, center. Twist, twist, center. Twist, twist. And exhale, exhale. And exhale, exhale. Last time, exhale, exhale. Back to the center. Shake it out. All right, I'm gonna have to skip a few. Let's go on our side. We'll do one. In the classic Pilates flow, there's just one exercise on your side. Well, sort of. Anyway, one like this. Lying on your side, feet about 6 inches forward, head down or up. Keep that top hip in line and nice and balanced. We're going to take this leg hip height, flex the foot. We're going to do a nice kick forward. Point just a little bit to the back. Be mindful of that upper chest, right? That we don't roll in. We stay still. Exhale. Use the abs. Inhale. Pull up longer. Exhale. What was that? 3, 4. Let's do one more. Exhale. That's just side kick front. Bend your knees. Flip yourself up. Swing around the other side. And we go. Side kick on the other leg. About 4 times. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. We'll do about maybe 2 more exercises from the classic mat series. Bring it back. Lower down. Okay. Yeah, 2 or 3 more and then we'll be done with this. Anyway, I'll stop talking so we get more done. Okay. We're going to do the leg pull front. So this is from a plank position, right? Hands under the shoulders, legs sit bone distance apart with your feet here. If that's not good, you can do this on half plank to the knees. You'll just have to stretch the one leg we're using out like this and bring it down. Then you'll stretch out, flex, point, bring it down. Try to get more in the frame here. If a full plank works for you, from a full plank pose, tummy in. We're going to point the right toes back. You're going to actually push a little bit forward on that support foot and roll it back and then replace. Other side, release the leg, rock, back, return. Remember we did that kind of rocking stretch? I think it was in the first flow I did. First live, more of the yoga influence class, rock. Ooh, I went the wrong way first. We'll see if you can do one more on each side. Leg pull, return. And so if you were on your knee, you're obviously not doing the slide. On the knee, you were just doing flex and point with the support foot. Okay, quick stretch back. Shake it out. Why don't we do the leg pull back too? Huh? Leg pull back a little bit different. You're not going to rock, but this is from a reverse plank. So legs straight, arms behind you. Fingertips face whatever direction works for your wrist. I'm okay with my fingertips facing my body. Lifting up to your reverse plank. Leg pull back is simply release the leg, lower down. Like a big kick and lower down. Remember, we're working with control. Inhale with breath, exhale. Precision. Let's do one more on each leg. Now, if that was too much from the full plank, an option would have been to go to more of a tabletop pose, stretch the leg and down. Okay, shake it out. Let's finish. Let's finish. Let's finish. 30 minutes today, and we still didn't hit all the classic exercises there. Let's just take, since we finished with a little bit on the wrist there, I'm gonna scoot closer to you guys for this stretch at the end. Woo, crazy hair. Okay, we're gonna clasp our hands together. Whichever way is normal, what thumb is on top feels good. We're gonna take the elbows together if you can, or close as they can be if you can't. And we're gonna draw a little infinity. Oh, I see that Tina is here. Hi, Tina. Oh, Melody, hello. It's so great to be closer to the screen. Infinity circle here, or like an 8, and then pause, reverse it. This is a little mind-body connection. The point is just to stretch out those wrists. So if you're like, what? As long as you're feeling a stretch in your wrist, you're good. Now shake it out. We're gonna do it again, but you're gonna clasp the awkward thumb. For me, that's my right thumb on top, the one that feels wrong. Do that. Lead with your thumbs. They're gonna draw the circle. And see, in a classic set class, you wouldn't have like stretching before, during, or after. You just like start with the hundreds, end with the push-up, do everything in between, boom, boom. Reverse pinkies lead. That's good, but sometimes it's harsh on your body. That's why I end up liking to intermix things, blend things, stretch things. Okay, shake it out. But I just thought it'd be interesting for anyone that hadn't done a super classic set to know kind of what it's like. It's kind of a lot of back and forth, and just go do the exercise. And when I do classic base, but I do like to lump a lot of, like, I'll lump all the core ones together, or all the back ones together, and stuff like that. And then of course put in my little dancey or yoga stuff. If you have any questions, or like I said, want to see certain things, or you're like, I really like the yoga-y ones, or do more ballet influence, or do more classic Pilates ones, just let me know.